Former DA Mayor Dr Mpho Phalatse has resigned as a PR councillor in the City of Johannesburg Council. Phalatse became the first female executive mayor of Johannesburg after the 2021 local government elections under the multi-party coalition of the DA, ActionSA, Freedom Front Plus, IFP and the Patriotic Alliance. She was ousted as mayor through a motion of no confidence in January this year. She now joins us via our video link for more on this conversation. Dr Mpho Phalatse, thank you so much for joining us here on the late edition. Of course, we saw the news coming out late last night that you have decided to resign as a councillor in the City of Johannesburg. What has prompted this decision? We know that you're saying that you want to go back into the medical field.
Yes, absolutely. Firstly, it was not an overnight decision. I'm starting work now because I've been busy with processes, internal processes within the healthcare space, with the Health Professions Council, the Board of Healthcare Funders, to sort out my paperwork to start working again. The reason I want to get out of council at the moment is because of the state of council. Council has degenerated. We even call it a circus because that's what it's turned into. Now, I'm a professional. I came into the space as a professional. I brought my professional skills into politics, both as an MMC, as a PR councillor after Mayor Mashaba resigned, and as executive mayor. And I'd really like to continue to work in a professional environment. Unfortunately, council just does not align with my own personal and professional values.
One would ask Mpho, why now, especially at a very crucial time in our country where we are headed towards the 2024 elections, and the City of Johannesburg is a pure example of what we can find ourselves going through next year on a national scale?
Well, I'm not convinced that me staying in council will change anything. Yes, we're going into elections, you are right. Yes, we're likely to end up with a coalition government next year. I believe that I've done my part to shape the politics of our country, not only in Johannesburg. You'll recall that I even put my hand up for the leadership of the Democratic Alliance. So I believe that I've really done my part, and I believe that I've put up a fight as far as I can go. And beyond that, it's really beyond me. I have to trust that the people in charge will do the right thing by the people of South Africa.
Would you have stayed in the City of Johannesburg if your party, the Democratic Alliance, fought for you to retain your seat as mayor in the City of Johannesburg earlier this year, especially when we saw those negotiations between, the multi-party coalition as well as the Patriotic Alliance?
A big part of my reason for leaving is the deprofessionalization of council. The fact that currently we've got an executive mayor with a grade 10. That is highly problematic for me. Had I been able to continue driving our program of action as the multi-party government, yes, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have had a reason to leave. Currently, I do feel like I'm a wasted resource in council. And frankly, I do not agree with much of what is happening in council. I don't identify with it, and I really want to find a space where I can serve more meaningfully.
And earlier this year, Mpho, you also mentioned that you went up against John Steenhuisen in the DA's, elections. And one would say that were you indeed pushed out, from your position in council? And one would even ask that, do you intend on staying in the DA? Because we know that if you challenge, the top leadership in the party, it's quite tricky for you to stay.
Nobody pushed me out. I'm still a PR councillor in the city. If I wanted to continue, I can. It's entirely up to me. It does not make sense for me to stay for the reasons that I've already stated. I'd really rather use the time to hone my skills, to develop myself further and prepare myself for my next assignment, which may very well be in public office. Right now, I do feel like I'm wasting precious time, and I want to use that time meaningfully. So no, I've not been pushed out.
What do you have to say to many residents in the City of Johannesburg who are concerned? I mean, one would say that you were the first black female to lead the City of Johannesburg, the economic hub of the country. Another, a top black leader there leaving such a crucial position at a very important time in our country.
Well, first of all, I'm a PR councillor in the City of Johannesburg. I am in the opposition. I'm not in government at the moment. So I do not really believe that me leaving council right now is going to make a huge difference. I'm neither the caucus leader of the Democratic Alliance, nor am I in any other crucial position that can really make a difference. And that's why I feel like I'm a wasted resource. I believe that the people who remain in council will continue to do their work. So the executive must do their work. If they don't, the opposition must continue to hold them to account, and I believe that the people in the opposition will continue to do so. I do have concerns about the state of our opposition politics currently. I feel our opposition coalition is fragmented, and we're not as strong and as united as we need to be an effective opposition. And that's something that I wish that our opposition could work on. But the people in positions of leadership need to drive the change that we would like to see, and that's not a position that I hold right now.
And Mpho, you are saying that you are shifting gears, you're focusing your attention in the medical fraternity. You know, when we look at the work that needs to be done for the opposition and the DA in particular, you know, will you be joining your DA members next year or, you know, later this year in trying to garner as much support for the political party you represent?
Look, I'm going into the healthcare space. I'm going in fully. It's a very demanding space. It's very time consuming. It's also a very unpredictable space. So it's very difficult to plan your time. At times there's emergencies and so on. And as far as time will allow me, yes, of course, I will avail myself to assist where I can. But I'm going to be focusing mainly on that for now. And I'll be observing what's happening in the political landscape. When conditions are favorable and it looks like we have a chance to actually make a difference, and it's worthwhile for me to make the sacrifice, because it's been a huge sacrifice for me to leave what I used to do this. And, you know, it's not a sacrifice I want to continue doing if there's not going to be a return on investment, or I'm not convinced that it's going to be worthwhile in the short term. Should that change, of course, I would avail myself.
And will you be doing it for the party in blue or for the party in green?
No, I've never said anything about the party in green. It's always just been speculation, and I've always said it's not the case. I will never join ActionSA. I have no reason to do so. I'm a member of the DA, fully so. I've not joined another political party, so whatever work that I do, I will continue to do as a DA member.
All right, Mpho Phalatse, thank you so much for your time, and good luck on your future endeavors. And hopefully we will be seeing you, leading up to the 2024 elections. That is Dr. Mpho Phalatse, former councillor of the DA in the City of Johannesburg.